All right, okay, so boom. So '05, you come around, boom, you just start working with L's.
Con.
Okay, and what's just I guess to start there. Let's start there. You working with L's.
So my brother basically wrote down some instructions like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You turn the mic, you do this, you do that, you do that. Like I literally didn't know what I was doing. I was just looking and trying to follow instructions. And it got tough after a while because at points I couldn't turn on the mic. I didn't know certain things. Then eventually I got the hang of things, and there was no need of calling my brother for help, and I got the hang of it.
So you was kind of like interning for a second.
Kind of like,
learning your craft.
yeah, like self-learning type thing.
Self-taught.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then things just started making sense. Then ZEKEY got out of jail.
Okay.
And I met him in the studio, and his whole setup was down south in North Carolina.
Yeah.
So I spent a good amount of time out there in North Carolina as well.
Okay.
That was kind of around the time stuff started getting a little weird between me and Santana at that point.
Okay, so what started going bad with you and Juelz?
Well, bad business, really just,
Bad business.
you know what I'm saying, just being taken advantage of because you're 16, 17 years old. Just basically high off of the life that you living. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hopping in and out of Bentleys and all this stuff. I'm like hypnotized at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you're along. It's like you're along for the ride. But you're not getting nothing for other than just being a part of it. And like that's your payment. You're
exactly.
here, nigga. You know
and meanwhile, I'm recording things where the man's making lots of money.
Let's talk about some joints that you engineered.
Okay, Con. Well, I say when I first started, we started with I Can't Feel My Face. Yeah, that was like my learning experience.
I Can't Feel My Face.
Like I recorded Wayne in my brother's closet in Jersey.
Bro, just think about this though. Your first, you learning how to do this shit. I Can't Feel My Face. That shit that had all of us.
And it sound horrible.
Was going crazy.
And it sound horrible because I didn't know what I was doing.
Wow.
Vocals was too loud. Everything.
And you know, I'm not thinking because you know when I'm listening back then we teenagers. I'm not thinking about the mix. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think about the mix.
Oh, we listening to some bars.
Nigga, just bars. Nigga, Juelz and
Wayne. And to
be
be honest, I wasn't listening for quality at that time because I didn't even know what good quality sound like at that point. Like I'm just making sure I'm recording the words that's there. I'm not even thinking about nothing else. So yeah, that's how that was the beginning of it.
Wow, I Can't Feel My Face is where this nigga learned the
classic, man.
And that's a major credit. Cause wasn't there like I Can't Feel wasn't that like there was some delay, like that shit took a while to come out?
Yeah, delay.
Well, because it started off as a mixtape.
Then they wanted to do
Juelz and then they noticed it like, damn, we hot right now. Like we can get some money for this.
Them two niggas was hot as
We went on tour. We went on I Can't Feel My Face tour with I Can't Feel My Face tour. Up Close and Personal tour.
Okay.
With Chris Brown, Neo, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So during that time is when they decided, like, you know what, we just gonna make this an album and get some bread, make it official. We end up coming back home off a tour. Oh, I'm lying, because during the tour we was going, because like while we was in New York, we would hit like Virginia, North Carolina, and we'll go to those shows and then go back to New York.
Of course, because it's
until we left like a further distance, and that's when we stood out for the tour. But in the beginning, we were going to Philly back, and I remember one day, someone called Juelz. They're like, "Yo, I Can't Feel My Face got leaked," right? So I'm his engineer. So the first person you're gonna think about leaked this shit is, and I'm fairly new around him. He really don't. He has a relationship with my brother, but not really me. So he doesn't know me. So he ended up telling me like, "Yo, I'm not even fucking with you for right now," or until they did some shit where they tracked down the IP address of the person that uploaded the shit, and it came back from Philly, and Juelz had an artist from Philly at that time.
And the Philly artist.
And the dude burnt. Yeah, he burnt it and did some shit with it, and then that's how that came out.
Wow.
Did he leak it on purpose or end up?
I think he left it in somebody's car. Someone gave him a ride back to Philly.
He's probably like, yeah, look, nigga, he's got it in like, yeah, I got this new shit.
I ain't gonna lie, and at that time, you could make some bread. A DJ will pay you some bread to have an exclusive track. So then now we go back on tour. I had my little studio set up. I was like 16, bro.
So you was up on the bus?
I'm lying. I turned 18 on tour.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I turned 18 on tour. Yeah, it was dope, bro. Like, I traveled the whole country at a very young age. Good experience, like.
Of course.
Then after that, we came back to New York. ZEKEY came out of jail. I started dealing with him. And then,
we started running up at 7:30.
Yeah, con. So one day they popped up at my crib. They're like, here, I got a stack for you. Take this. We're gonna go down south. I'm gonna give you some more bread when we get down there. And at that moment, I'm not making no bread really.
Yeah,
like,
okay,
I'm
Because Juelz just got you.
Yeah, I'm earning
slavery.
meals. Exactly, I'm earning meals. I'm earning blunts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
shit like that.
I eat when he decides I eat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and there was a point because I'm young. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna be asking because that's one thing my parents always taught me. Like, don't ask nobody for nothing.
Yeah.
Even though it's mine, I deserve that. But like, I felt like I couldn't ask him.
You know, Ephraim got that pride, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nah, don't ask nobody
For
for
real,
nothing,
bro. I
you know what I'm
lost
saying?
mega weight, bro. Like when my mom seen me, bro, she was like, "Why don't you tell us that you need?" And my pops was tight, man.
Then on top of that, you was smoking. Like you was smoking too, so yeah.
You gonna need the food to go with that.
But he wasn't eating. He was on a different mission. Like he had already started sipping and all that type of stuff. So it's like his mind wasn't really
where it needed to be.
In the place to even worry about what the hell's going on with me. Like he's just consumed with everything going on in his life.
Okay, so boom, Freaky pull up on you. Stack for you. Come down to North Carolina. We doing the 7:30 thing.
I take off down there with him. I like they had to get money due from Cali that was paying for everything. Took me to Sam Ash, got all the equipment, all that stuff. I set up the studio for him. Then Juelz calls me one day. He's like, yo, that's crazy, man. Like, you wouldn't even know Freaky if it wasn't for me. You just gonna leave me here like that? So, like, I'm like, what? And I fuck with Freaky, bro. Like, that dude right there is probably the realest nigga out of all of them, bro. Like, well, straight up like your brother. Like, if you need something, you got it. Like, if he gotta take off his shoes, he's gonna take off his shoes and give them to you. That's how humble that dude is.
Freaky, yeah.
That's what made me fuck with him so much. And I felt like I could trust him, so I was talking to him about it. He's like, nah, I'm gonna go check this nigga. He wanted to go check Santana, like, on some shit. Like, what the fuck you owe him? Like,
yeah, exactly.
He didn't feel the way Santana felt, like, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for him, you know me. Like, if that's the case, like, because, like, his cousin put him on the cam. Like, if it wasn't for your cousin, he wouldn't know him. Hey, this would go all the way down the line.
Yeah, there's always like, somebody that put somebody
in
on
position.
Kind of like, so that's how that was right there. So that was, like, one of my first little, like, funny type situations with Santana.
So now Skull Gang and 7:30 is beefing about you. About who the engineer's finna be. So wait, but Skull Gang come out what, 08?
09.
09 Skull Gang come out.
09, 010.
So when Skull Gang come, is you a part of that?
Yeah. So
okay,
I'm
that
back
Skull
around.
Gang, but see, that's the thing now. That Skull Gang was a. You see what I'm saying? Remember they was taking on the radio. He went and got Uncasa out of some crevice in Harlem.
I had the projects, nigga, on 8th Avenue, bro. I tell you that.
Nigga went and got Casa. He had the girl. Right?
The singer.
Who else he had?
He had the old buddy.
He got Banks' cousin.
Banks' little brother.
Queens.
What's his name?
John Depp.
But no, he had the other one. He didn't have Banks' big ass little brother.
He was around. What's his name? Vinny something?
Louis V.
No, Louis V.
Yeah.
He used to be had bars too.
He got bars.
He used to fuck with my man.
Yeah. And then they had it was one of their partners from Virginia.
Yeah, Rad.
He was going to
Rad was snapping too though. Yeah.
That's another good brother for real. Like, he held Santana down through a lot of shit, and I seen shit get bad for him, and niggas was not there for him.
Niggas was not there.
Like, yo, mind you, Santana is worth $7 million at this point. Already got a Phantom, a Bentley, a crib, a condo, all this type of stuff. And he would come to the studio and be like, yo, I left my bread at home. Let me get 4 racks real quick. And this brother's selling packs. Like, he's not recording and making no money like that. And every time he would come, like every time the brother would come down, because he was from up north, New York. Every time he would come down, Santana would just hit him. 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. And his brother, his connect ended up getting jammed up. The police started fucking with him, so he stopped messing with the work and all that. And at that point, he was like by himself. I'm like, man, that man owe you mega bread. Go get some money from him, like. But like, hey man, dudes be selfish as hell. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, that's how. Hey, you get in the music industry, man. These niggas, they ain't think about nothing but themselves.
Short game.
You know, like how
they feel like you owe them.
You know, like Sakari's a brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
They sell you that facade there. You know what I'm saying?
Is a brotherhood,
it seemed like it.
It's all backstabbing.
Like, I know he's not gonna do that to his brother, but I know for sure it's easy to do it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like.